出ます。これやばいね、花粉。やばい。Oh my, oh my. 花粉症です。大変なことになってます今。Oh my, oh my god. ありがとうございます。今は今日の予定を確認しました。鼻が つまりすぎです。触り心地はねえっちゅう話を。一生ヘリウムガス吸ってるみたいな声出してんじゃねえかよ、わしはよ。ああ、ファッ。やばすぎ。声がやばいな。は？なんで聞いてるのこれ。はじめまして。お見苦しい姿をすみません。花粉症ってどうやって治りますかね。なんか注射とかありますかね。毎年なんでこれ苦しんでんだ。ただの鼻の粉ごときにこんな苦しめられてんだ。太郎から直してよ。So, how you been? Like, it was always like, so giving it my all every single day, giving it my all every day. Yeah. So it's got really busy at work. It's got really warm all of a sudden, huh? It's got really cold all of a sudden, huh? So kind of work. So no, what do you do for work? Doing I do I actually do three basics. One of them is like today. One of them is like English coaching work, English conversation coach, and I'm learning a YouTube channel where I introduce a different way to learn English. Different way to learn. Okay. I also learning community, you know. Okay, so I'm still working at the same place. I having fun at work, so I'm having blessed. Thank you for always being such a great teammate. Okay, so what kind of work do you do? I have three main things. Actually, just three main things. Okay. Actually, there's three main things. One of them is like English coaching work, English conversation coach, English conversation coaching. You might wonder, how do you teach if you're not a native English speaker? It's not like an English teacher, but it's not like English teacher. It's not like English teacher. No. It's not like I'm English teacher at language school or anything. I actually teach how to learn English. My role is more about teaching people how to learn English effectively. 何を学ぶにしても一人で学習したら私しまうものだから。いえ。ホラー。おはきの声が And as with anything, if you're not if you're not study alone, it's really easy to give up and lose your motivation, you know. And as with anything, when you're learning on your own, it's easy to lose your motivation and give up. Okay. As with anything, when you're learning, as with anything. Okay. So, 生徒の学習前 I stay on track by student keep motivation. No, I So I help students stay on track by managing their learning. So I help students stay on track by managing their learning every day and keeping them motivated. So I help students stay on track by managing their learning every day and keeping them motivated. 是这个 I said more of a partner than a teacher. I said more of a partner than a teacher. Yes. I feel like be a partner who are like do like the right way. More like a guide, more like a guy who helps them move in the right direction. Second job is learning a learning community. Yeah, my second job is learning a learning community. It's kind of like because it's kind of like club. Uh, People who are learning English or like learn anything new, like tend to study alone. People who are learning English or anything new tend to struggle when they study alone. People who are learning English or people who are learning English or anything, people who are learning English or anything new, to you tend to like struggle when they study alone. Yes, of course. And no one's watching, and no one's watching, and they can slack up and easy to give up. See, no one's watching, and they can slack up and easy to give up. So, but as full-time worker, but as we get home, we just like I don't want to do anything. By the time we get home, we just like I don't want to do anything. By the time we get home, we just like I don't want to do anything. So that's why I made the community. So that's why I make a community where where we wake up at 5 a.m. and study English together. So I created a community where we wake up at 5 a.m. and study English together. That's what I'm running now. That's what I'm running now. Yes. It's named Asuka's community. Yeah. So I'm also doing running a YouTube channel. I also learned a YouTube channel. Yes, I also do a YouTube. On my YouTube, I share my method like different way to learn English. No. On YouTube, I share self-study method for learning English. Yeah, actually, I haven't been to blind. I haven't got blind. I haven't been. I haven't. I've never. Actually, I never studied about it. Actually, I never studied about it. So, something I don't consider say. Actually, I never studied about it. I learned English through self-studying about 3 years. Actually, I never studied about it. I learned English through self-study for about 3 years. For about 3 years, yeah. Most of the YouTuber when abroad, most learning English learning YouTuber have studied abroad or grew up speaking English. Most English learning YouTuber have studied abroad or grew up speaking English. So, but I barely went abroad and still learned it. So I share my message. But I barely went abroad. Barely went abroad and share my message. Went abroad and still learned it. So I share my message. So but I barely went abroad and still learning. So I shared my message. I was basically a nerd. I was basically a nerd. Soファイト戦う君の歌を戦わない者は笑うだろうファイト I was like basically a nerd just studying English at home every single day. I was basically a nerd just studying at home all the time, you know. I sometimes make vlog like this. And even now and then. これだからよ。Sometimes 一緒か。Even now and then I also feel vlog like this. So it's like so I was like, damn, yeah. Seeing me actually speaking English. Seeing me actually speaking English can be motivating, right? Seeing me actually speaking English can be motivating, right? So you might wonder, you might think like, oh damn, you can't communicate with the people from overseas. Like, how you can get a pretty good without going abroad? Hey, you can get a pretty good without going abroad. So that's why the catching, my English catching and the Scans community and this YouTube style. So basically, my coaching, my morning study community, and my YouTube style. Everything comes from the idea. Everything comes from the idea. If I were my past self, I totally pay for this. I totally watch it. Everything comes from this idea. Everything comes from the idea. If I were my past self, I totally pay for this. I totally watch this. Yeah, yeah. I don't know how it is. I don't know how it is now. Yeah, so but English, like English, no, English classes in typical Japanese, like elementary and middle school, high school, university classes is a lot. I believe that they focuses on like getting a good score on like entrance exam, like paper test. They focuses on getting a good score on paper test, all paper test. オブじゃなくてオンか。And they focuses on like interest exam. They focuses on like the and preparing for interest exam. And the problem is there's kind of like the, the problem is those tests are and exam studies are not aimed at helping the student. Problem is like those tests and exam studies are not aimed at helping a student become able to speak English. How much how much no, I mean like how much you can memorize like difficult grammar, or how many words you can memorize. How many words you can memorize. Yeah, it says it focuses on how much complex grammar you can memorize or how many difficult words you can learn. So even though I studied English in school for 12 years from elementary to high school, but we couldn't speak English at all. So not just me, most of Japanese people can't speak English. Not just me, most of Japanese people can't speak English. This is actually a serious issue, but Japanese like teaching style hardly changes. So that's why I started to like so that's why the national education system hardly changes. So I decided to start my own English learning method. So that's why I started to like. So that's why I decided to like start my own English school method, English learning method, and started it myself by starting a business. You know, it's often said that changing other people is hard. It's often said that like changing other people is hard, but the changing yourself is really easy. So instead of complaining about things that won't change, I decided to take action myself first. Yes. It doesn't make sense, does it? My student and I practice online for just 3 months, and we can already speak at decent level. And we can already speak at decent level. The business was basically born out of frustration. What's your career background like? What's your career background like? Is it related to English? Is it related to English? What kind of work do you want to do in the future? What kind of work do you want to do in the future? I honestly love all the work I do, so I just want to keep going with it. And I also want to create my own English textbook. What's your current goal? What's your current goal? My current goal is to like reach 1 million subscribers on YouTube by 2027. Why do you want to hit that? Why do you want to hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube? There are two reasons. First, I want to achieve a goal I truly care about and that boosts my sense of self-efficacy even more. So I also これね、ちょっと長いっすね。ファイト、戦う君の歌を戦わない奴は笑うだろう。ファイト、冷たい水の中をI want to achieve a goal I truly care and boost my and yes and boost my sense of self-efficacy. My current goal is to reach 1 million subscribers on YouTube by 2027. Yeah. Back in college, I once wanted to hit 1 million subscribers as proof of like being a real YouTuber, but I convinced myself like you can do it. But I convinced myself there's no way I can do that. There's no way I can do that, and I gave up. So I don't have that much more confidence, like self-efficacy. I didn't have enough confidence in myself or self-efficacy until my first year of college. I was a dreamer and with so many things I wanted to do. So, but I had to spend my life giving up a lot, giving giving out on giving up on a lot of them. You know, it started to my own business, which is scored. I had a 20 on the TOEIC and started my own business, which is going okay. So as I kept reaching my goal step by step, I started to think, as 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 I kept reaching my goal step by step, I started to thinking maybe I can achieve anything if I really go for it. So so that's why I want to achieve the goal. I want to give up on reaching 1 million YouTube subscribers. So it's a long way. uh, So that's why I want to achieve the goal. I want to give up on reaching 1 million YouTube subscribers. It's a long way off right now, but I know I'll get there. I'll get there. The second reason is simple. I've been watching YouTube since elementary school, and I grew up with it. Love both watching and creating the contents on YouTube. Yeah. So what's your like most important things when you're choosing a job? Are there any must-haves when choosing a job? I think the most important thing for me is like whether it excites me. Being a YouTuber is the best. I think being a YouTuber is the best. I can't stop. I can't stop feeling excited. I can't stop feeling excited. There's nothing. There's nothing but possibilities. There's nothing but possibilities. Yeah. Today. Yes. There's nothing. There's nothing but possibilities. Be honest. If I'm being honest, if I focus on honestly, if I focus on if I focused more on business instead of YouTube, I could probably make more money, have more free time. Have more free time and make my life easier. Yeah, but that just didn't excite me. That just didn't excite me. But that just didn't excite me. So I openly declare my clear goal of reaching 1 million subscribers. I openly declare my goal of reaching 1 million subscribers. Like, and every time I do, like, people around me think, "What's up, this crazy guy?" What's up, this crazy guy? But it sounds fun, and they become part of my journey. So I absolutely love this feeling of everyone showing a common goal. Sharing a common goal and working towards something together. So that's why I love what I do. That's why I love what I do. Okay. はい、というわけで、Concussion. Ah, めちゃくちゃ鼻水出る。めちゃくちゃ鼻がすっきりするわ。いや、あと10分でいけるか。いくか。Like the people who have the confidence and energetic focus on their own life. So at first look at their like her face and style, but after that try to get to know the person, her personality. Yeah. In my case, you're really focused on like. In my case, I really focused on my personality. In my case, I really focused on like personality. It might sound like I don't answer, but I'm being serious. If I were like, no, I mean like, if I like, if it's someone I like is tall and really have the great sense of fashion and looks amazing. Let's say the person I like is a tall. Let's say the person I like is a tall has a great sense of fashion. Let's say the person I like is a tall and has a great sense of fashion, looks amazing. But after about 3 months, I'll definitely get bored. So that's why I don't think that looks somewhat. That's why I think that looks are the most important thing. It's not the most important thing. I don't think so. So so I don't want to say that like good looks are the most important things. I don't think so. I don't want to say that good looks are the most important thing. I don't think so. But sometimes I meet someone who's really cute but extremely insecure and very self-centered. Lots of people judge others just by the look, so they might think like I want to be with them, but I don't go to her. I want to go on a date there. But so amazing. So yeah, but after about no. I mean like so we already not killed like but well more than that, those kind of most of those most of those beautiful women aren't interested in me in the first place. But I let's just forget about that now. So if I were to date someone, I think the like showing the sense of humor is really important. So if my girlfriend spent the whole day laughing hysterically at SpongeBob, might find it cute, but our sense of humor is just different. It's not that it's not that it's a bad thing, but I just I just feel that like I simply feel the like we're different. If that little mismatch kept happening all day, it would be pretty tough. It would be tough, and that's why it looks like the murder, but personality is even more important. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. You need to pay attention to when you're dating someone. When dating someone. Yeah, I think that's something you really need to pay attention to when dating someone. Yeah. Okay, so being mature as a person is really important, but I'm not really in the position to say that myself. Since I'm Japanese, I prefer Asian looks. I like Asian looks, especially like Asian looks. And I prefer a cute face over a beautiful one. Someone with a bangs that gives off a protective, like killing, but for me, race doesn't really matter, but if I were to date someone, so I prefer someone who speaks English. Yeah, especially. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Because if I'm dating someone particularly sensitive among Japanese people, because if I'm dating someone particularly sensitive among Japanese people, there are times when what I say comes across with an ears I didn't intend. I didn't ears. Yeah. Because if I'm dating someone particularly sensitive among Japanese people, so I always have to be careful with my words. Since I'm sensitive myself, I kind of overthink how my word might come across with an ears I didn't intend. No, I mean like I'm sensitive myself and tend to overthink how my word might come across and like worry about how might they be perceived, how they might be perceived. So, but speaking English feels so much easier. So, but of course it's not my mother tongue, so sometimes it's hard to express my own feeling in English. So, but don't have the like vocabulary to overthink with my word choices. Like I can just say what I feel more straightforwardly. So yeah, of course I consider the person failing. Do you believe in love at first sight? Yeah, believe in it, but I haven't experienced it. And I don't judge others just by their looks. So of course I'm a guy. If I see a super cute girl in the street, I'll be like, damn. But I do find good looking girls attractive, but in the end I think the person character matters way more. So back when I was a student working part time, there was a disco worker. So first time, I thought she seemed kind of nerdy. But as I got to know her, I realized she has a really good, nice personality and like kind and interesting, and she has a strong sense of self. I think the I see, I saw her as a coworker at first, but like, um, as I got to know her, for some reason started liking her. The more we hang out each other, so for some reason I started liking her. Yeah, but nothing ever happened in the end though. Like, what's it? What's dating like in America? Uh, Maybe the image of most Japanese people have is that American women are like strong-minded and straightforward and strong, predominant about. Yeah, but that's just an image. Yeah, honestly, it depends on the person. So there are plenty of girls and introvert girls. There are plenty of introvert girls and some of who are like kind of needy and clingy, you know. Yeah, 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 you know. そこはある。ベタに留学と日本留学生と SNS と絡めるとしたらちょっとあり自分で必要ないのかな猫的な子もちろん多いしね。Of course, there are plenty of introvert girls, lots of people who are clingy and needy. And even some who have no interest in sex at all, and even some who have no interest in sex at all. Yeah, you know. この辺ちょっと危ういな。Okay, so yeah, that exactly, but it's the same in Japan too. Maybe the image of like a Japanese girl, image of Japanese girl from foreign perspective is often that they're shy or timid, and on the positive side they're kind and polite. But of course there are plenty of girls like who are the complete opposite. But actually, yeah, to be fair, there's really a lot of shy girls. Yeah. Whenever I watch American TV shows, so there are five house party or barbecue per season. That might so that might be why I end up with a weird image was all weird image. What's this actually like? Oh what's it? What's the most important thing? So what do you think the most important thing when dating someone? What do you think the hottest part? What do you think the hottest part of being in a relationship? Yeah. 進めた方がいいか。どう考えた Yeah. I think that like hottest part is getting so close that you can't help and notice that each other's flaws. Notice the thing we don't you don't like about them. You don't like about them. Yes. I think the hardest part is getting so close that you can't help but notice the things you don't like about them. For example, Will and I meet regularly, and we still keep our certain distance, right? But so far, I don't I don't see any bad side of Will, but if we spend too much time and live under the same roof, we never will be start noticing each other's flaws or like We never resort noticing each other's flaws or things that are hard to accept. Things that are hard to accept. Yeah. In the end, the hardest part of a relationship is having to accept the negatives. In the end, the hardest part of a relationship is having to accept the negatives. Uh, it's not just it's not just romance. It This applies all human relationships. Well, not just in romance. This applies all human relationships. Do you want girlfriend, and if I meet the right person, of course I wanna like date with them. I don't want to be in a relationship, but basically I don't really need one. But in general, I don't really need one. Basically. はい、ちょっと一旦休憩としましょう。お疲れ様でした。すみません、鼻ばっかりかんで。お疲れ様です。お疲れ様です。お、さとみさん、会食とのことでしたが、間に合いましたか？ いい。お疲れ様です。ティッシュが何枚あっても足んねえよ。鼻かみすぎて。まだファーク。ああ、無理。ああ、マジやばい。うん。やべ、だいぶ花粉が来たね。来たね。So I feel like I want one, maybe 3 times a year, maybe 3 times a year. Yeah, like before Christmas. I'm pretty clumsy when it comes to balancing things. When I focus on something, I tend to lose sight of everything else. So that's the YouTube and my English coaching work. That right now, that's the YouTube and my English coaching work. If I were to like date, no, if I even if I had a girlfriend, so even if I even if I had a girlfriend, I feel like I feel like I wouldn't be able to give the relationship my full attention. Like, mm. I've had a few relationships that didn't work out because of that. Because of that, I've had a few relationships that didn't work out because of that. So I basically don't feel the need for one. So I basically don't feel the need for one. Mm. Do you pay for the girl when you go on date? Do you pay for the girl when you go on date? Yeah. And in Japan, this polite debate comes up all the time. Are you the type to pay for the bill or split the bill? I basically pay for it, but not always. If it's just a friend, I wouldn't. But in Japan, this pointless. Uh, there's more tendency to believe that like men should pay for it, like when you go on a date. But in Japan, I think the more of a tendency to believe that men should pay for a woman on date. Yeah. Housing in the U.S. Okay, so I think that you are the one who invites someone. You are the one who invites someone. Yeah, that makes sense. that, it makes sense to pay. If you're the one who invites someone out, it makes sense to pay. You're the one taking up their time. Since you're the one taking up their time, yes. Have you ever dated a Japanese girlfriend? Japanese girl? Japanese girl, yes. Compared to American, how is the Japanese personality? How do you think the Japanese personality compared to the American? Uh, what do you think are the common in Japanese people? What kind of trait do you think are the common among Japanese people? I think you're not the type to cheat at all. You don't seem like the type to cheat at all. Yeah, 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 yeah. If you're if you had a girlfriend, I feel like you'd be a super loyal. And if you had a girlfriend, I feel like you'd be a super loyal and love her wholeheartedly. I could just say where you're sincere and I can tell you're serious and sincere person just from our everyday conversation. Yeah. Okay. So what's your ideal first date like? Let's see. I go with the classic, but I ask them out for dinner first because so I invite no I suggest if I suggest a trip or occurring right away and the conversation doesn't pay, it will be total nightmare. And so first, so I start with a dinner and try to get to know the person better. Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, I don't think that I can just invite someone for like drinks right away. I don't think I'd ask them for drinks right away. I don't want them to think that I'm only after one thing. Yeah, I wouldn't want them to think that. I wouldn't want them to think that like I'm only after one thing. So what kind of sign do you give her? You like it. You like someone. What kind of sign do you give when you like someone? It might actually come off as this. It might actually come off as distant. Yes, distant. When it comes to someone I like, I get nervous and can easily say things like "I like you" or "you cute." When it comes to someone I like, I get nervous, can easily say things like "I like you" or "you cute." Yeah, I know it might sound silly at my age, but still, I know it might sound silly at my age, but still. But I don't really do anything that obviously says I like someone. I don't go for body contact or say straight out. Do you want to get married? I can't think it. I don't think I can really say it. I don't think I can really say it. There are too many things I want to do. There are just too many things I want to do every day. So, if I got married, I would. I feel like even if I got married now, I wouldn't go. It wouldn't go well. So, you're saying it like that. So I guess I should probably get a girlfriend before saying this stuff like this. Yeah. ティッシュ界隈稼ぎ時間違いない。違いない。鼻がザラザラになるよね。ニベアを腹に塗りたくってね。鼻の劣化を防ぐっていう。これで。保湿。OK。はいと戦う君の歌